This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Coming off the heels of Attorney General Bill Barr's stomach-churning series of shameless and inappropriate defenses of Donald Trump and his campaign's open-to-anything attitude toward Russian interference in the 2016 election, as well as Trump's many obstructive acts trying to end the Mueller probe, we need a little bit of a palate cleanser. And it looks like we're getting ready to get one. Months ago, back on February 25th, I talked about how I believed whether through basic invitation or through congressional subpoena, Congress would get Robert Mueller in the witness chair to testify under oath about his findings. Democrats in Congress even have the power to subpoena Robert Mueller himself and compel him to testify about the findings of his investigation. And then, weeks later, on April 9th, coincidentally, the same day Bill Barr perjured himself before a House committee, I again discussed how it was almost certainly going to happen. So get your popcorn ready, folks. It looks like we are going to get to hear from the man himself about his conclusions without the obstruction of Bill Barr's predeterminations about whether or not an obstruction of justice investigation was warranted in the first place. And it looks like we will hear from Mueller after Bill Barr, which should keep Barr on the straight and narrow, knowing that the record will be eventually corrected if he tries to get squirrely. Well, unfortunately, I was obviously wrong about the prospect of Mueller likely testifying being an event that would keep Bill Barr from lying. But what do you expect from liars? Liars lie. It's what they do. And as Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Well, the day is almost upon us. As of right now, Mueller is tentatively scheduled to testify not this Wednesday, but the following one.
Finally, Congressman, the House Judiciary Committee, your committee, is reportedly in talks with Special Counsel Robert Mueller about testifying before your committee. In fact, has he agreed to testify, and has a date been set?
A tentative date has been set of May 15th, and we hope the special counsel will appear. We think the American people have a right to hear directly from him.
No, let me just interrupt because we're running out of time. When you say a tentative date has been set, has the special counsel agreed to that date?
Well, I think counsel for the special, or the representative of the special counsel has, but obviously until the date comes, we never have an absolute guarantee. The White House has so far indicated they would not interfere with Mr. Mueller's attempts to testify. We hope that won't change.
So May 15th is looking like the date. And not shockingly, Donald Trump freaked out and reversed his opinion about whether or not Mueller should be allowed to testify. He said this when asked about this last Friday.
Mr. President, should Mueller testify? Would you like to see him testify?
I don't know. That's up to our Attorney General, who I think has done a fantastic job.
And then on Sunday, apparently he woke up with a cheeseburger hangover and tweeted this. After spending more than $35 million over a 2-year period, interviewing 500 people using 18 Trump-hating angry Democrats and 49 FBI agents, all culminating in a more than 400-page report showing no collusion. Why would the Democrats in Congress now need Robert Mueller to testify? No question mark there, by the way. Are they looking for a redo because they hated seeing the strong no collusion conclusion? There was no crime except on the other side, incredibly not covered in the report, and no obstruction. Bob Mueller should not testify. No redos for the Dems. Oh, what a hopelessly transparent rube. He said no collusion and no obstruction maybe 10,000 times and claims the Mueller report itself says the same thing, but now doesn't want the author of the same report that totally exonerates him to be allowed to testify. I'll say it again. If you still support this human herpes blister, you're either stupid or sinister. Listen, I want to caution you, though. to not expect too much from Mueller's testimony. He isn't going to take a seat and let her rip. He is a consummate professional who is going to answer questions put to him honestly and accurately. So his session of sworn testimony will only be as good as the Democrats' questions. So hopefully they bring their A game, because this testimony and the information he has to reveal matters for the future health and well-being of our nation.